Welcome to the Founders Lounge, where business meets bullshit and everything in between. I mean, have you ever tried to have you ever taken a wad of bubble gum and then tried to shave the hair off of it?
Oh, really?
It's hard.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the crevice, like the little...
Without nicking?
Without the nicks.
Yeah, Manscaped's, and they're killing it on there.
Their branding is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's awesome.
I mean, as far as product, decent and strong brand too, in the kind of the man side, is that Dr. Squatch shit.
Yeah,
I use that too.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, their packaging is just like, I see a new scent and I'm like, I fucking have it.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I got away from all of the, how do I say this? Like I use Manscaped's deodorant because there's no aluminum in it.
Yeah.
Like there's no metals in it.
Do you use it just because there's no aluminium in it, or do you use it because you like the brand and
Both.
you're going with the
Both.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
So the science means something to you as well,
Mm-hmm.
is it?
And then I got into the Dr. Squatch thing because I was tired of using all the body washes,
The
with all the
gels.
shit in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
But isn't
shit's-
it more expensive though?
Oh, it's really expensive.
Right, but you
Yeah.
still buy it.
Yeah.
Because
We're their
I love it.
market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that it's weird. The only thing with Squatch is they like try to brand it towards a younger market. Disposable income isn't, like, you're right. Even $10 a bar, whatever the fuck it is probably more in alignment with men of our age and where we're at.
yeah.
That's the only. But I think they know that. Like,
Isn't
I think
it
they're like,
interesting?
dude, this is for 40, 50 something men that don't give a shit about price, want to smell good.
Isn't that interesting? They're marketing to a specific demographic that's even more specifically refined, because they know that half of the population ain't gonna buy it because it's not marketed towards women. I get the feeling when I'm watching the commercials, it's not marketed towards women. And
Give it
now you
time.
just took it to a demographic of 30 and above.
So you're
30
really.
and so you're really narrowing that market, and you're marketing, and they're successful.
And you own that market, though. I mean, it's
Yep.
kind of becoming an Old Spice, a higher level Old Spice. Yeah. See?
I love the jingle. Yeah.
Are you recording?
I love the jingle. I
Are
mean,
we on?
Like men, and I love
Yeah.
those jingles.
Oh, good, man. I didn't hear the. I
You
love
know?
it, dude. Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah,
That's you.
like the jingles.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
O'Reilly.
Well, this is like a
Auto
real.
Parts. What's the next part?
Auto parts.
Auto
You just said it.
parts.
Yeah.
Ow. No?
No, it is.
Yeah, I
It
forgot
is.
about that.
That's the
Yeah.
extended.
Why are
Yeah.
you so embarrassed and shy to say it?
Because they're not a
O'Reilly.
sponsor yet. We
no.
we aren't allowed to.
O'Reilly, make sure you sponsor this Founders Lounge. My buddy here, Steve,
This
and
dude-
big guy. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna. This is a real cold start, or what do you call that? A rolling start. I'm gonna do the quick intro.
All right.
So I kind of talked to you a little bit about this last night. Founders Lounge. We try to bring in guests that have some type of entrepreneurial, creative background, but more importantly, have just a cool friggin' story, man. Like, your
Yeah.
story's fun, and it's kind of what I think anyone in business, any level of business, aspires to hit at some point, where you're free from the shackles of that business and you can really do what you want to do, but also be proud of what you grew and your legacy from it.
Yeah.
Zaidoon Al-Zubaidy. How's that for an intro?
There we go. The Mac Daddy of Back Daddy.
Yes.
Give it
Yeah.
up for Zaidoon Al-Zubaidy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that was my So in line with that, thank you very much for the intro. Thank you very much for having me here. It
Yeah,
really
of
is a
course.
pleasure. Steve, you and I go back years. We go back when you
It's
weren't
crazy.
so great. We go back when you
Yeah, I
weren't
know.
using Grease in 2000. What's that thing that you use in your
Grease
hair?
Grease in 2000. A little bit of Just for Men on the sides.
Just for men on the side. I have known you before Just for Men.
We were
so
very
so
good
that
family
Puffy.
friend.
so yeah, I know forever and a day.
Yeah, and we got to introduce this one.
Oh, and where's Puffy? Pufty.
This, just so you guys know, this one's going to go a little all over the place
Yeah.
because that's the energy that we have.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say have you met me because you've met me, and I guess
I've got the
that's why I'm
rundown
here.
of what you've done. If you
All
want
right,
me.
so go through it. What do you have? I'm sure
gonna
you
make
missed
the-
out
Wait a
some
minute. We
parts.
got to get back to that.
What's that? O'Reilly.
No, the Mac Daddy of Baghdaddy.
Give it up for the
Put it on a T-shirt.
dude. It was a whole thing. I did stand-up comedy classes, and they teach you the introduction. It has to be something personal with a twist, right? So in my case, it was a case of he's no terrorist, but you'll die laughing.
Ba-dum-bum.
He's no terrorist, but you'll die laughing. Give it up for the Mac Daddy of Baghdaddy, Zaidoon Al-Zubaidy. Boom.
And
In
you
you
actually
go.
went and you've done
I did it.
competitions and stuff.
I did it. With the Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
Yeah.
People don't realize that the Comedy Zone in Charlotte is, well, I've been told, I didn't Google it because I can't be bothered to Google it. I'll ask Puffy, he'll find out for me later on. That apparently it's the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, the club itself is the largest comedy-specific venue in the country.
Are you serious?
Comedy
Even outside of like the comedy
venue,
shop
bigger
out now?
than anything in LA or New York or
What about
Second
Rogan's
City,
new thing in
Chicago.
Austin?
Rogan's places.
Comedy specific venue. So what does that mean? That means you go down into a basement, like how you go into
Yeah.
a comedy club, low ceiling, low stage, and then you have seatings, right? So yeah, some will have maybe 100 seatings, some will have 200, 250. This could seat up to 400. Comedy specific.
I'm never, I'm
venue.
embarrassed. I've never been there for as many times as I've
Shame
been
on
there.
you. It's the headquarters of the Comedy Zone. I think there's over 50 comedy zones all over the country, and that's the headquarters. So every A-lister, everybody comes through. Everybody comes through. And sometimes in the darkness of night, I mean, like Louis C.K. when he came out after his troubles, some redemption tour, just trying out some new material. He came to Charlotte.
I think Rivo went and saw him up there.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I think he got wind that he was going to be in town, and
Chris Rock was there too. I mean, the largest comedy-specific venue. It's a wonderful time.
Is Pufty?
Pufty.
Is he? She? He?
He's a he.
Your version of X.
He.
You're like Musk and this thing comes around with you because he just whispered and tried to bite me.
Yeah.
You're not a co-host. You're not the co-host. I hate you.
Get him, Puffy.
Yeah.
So something personal with a twist, and I find that when it comes to introductions, when you're meeting people, we were talking about branding. When you're thinking of a company name, when you're thinking of a logo, it has to be something more than just. For me personally, it has to be something more than just generic. It has to be something personal with a twist where there's a story.
On the comedy and the personal brand side.
We're talking. I mean, really, almost every aspect of your life. It's got to be something personal with a twist, where there's a story. It's got to be a personal story, because when it comes to business, and when it comes to branding, and when it comes to having to present yourself, people want to do business with you. I don't want to do business with a logo. Right?
Yeah.
But the logo is going to have to tell my story, because now we're going to link me to the logo.
Sure.
And I'm going to link me to the business name. And now you and I are going to have a conversation where you're going to get to know me better. And
your dog.
And my dog. And you're going to love me.
Yeah.
And you're going to love me. This is my chance to tell you all about me, because you are going to do business with me.
We talked about this.
I'm the brand.
We had an author in here, Kevin Maurer, earlier today. And we were talking, Dawn was saying, Vaughn and I have wanted to write a book.
Yeah. And
which is just so weird how this just flips. You weren't even in the room for that. And Dawn was kind of picking his brain, like, what's a good starting point? And he's like, well, is it in your soul? Is it like, sounds like it is a little, but it's that. It's that. Like, this is me. You got this gut feeling that I got to show people who the hell they're about to trust.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not yes. And I saw this thing on TikTok where it says, don't say but, say and, right? So even though there's a but in it,
but
it's
it sounds
and,
like,
right?
it's like a connotation you're going to
argue. And it's not just if you're going to trust, it's like you're going to like me.
Like me, yeah. Like hang out and work with people
you want to. Trust is earned, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if I'm going to try to get your trust in my 30-second pitch, your trust, that's a lot. That's a lot, And so here I am. I'm going to have to trust you, and I just met you. I'm going to get to like you first, and then I'm going to get to trust you. Yeah. Trust takes time, especially in business. And in my line of business, when we were asking people to give us millions of dollars, right? Their millions of dollars. I mean, I know it wasn't their company. They didn't own the business, but they had the responsibility to hand over millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. They did. And so they're not going to hand, and they're going to hand it over to you if they trust you, but the liking has to come before the trust.
It's a bridge. So that's amazing.
It's true.
And I want to tell people what the hell you did, how you're here, what you got in this, like how you're here to talk about this. Z I met him, you're a friend of the family, very tight with my father. And then we
Lovely
were
man.
lucky. Yeah, we were lucky
Learned
enough
so much
to
from each other.
work together, and so have I. And we were lucky enough to work together through some other pharmaceutical business development ventures. You and I got to like know each other. But Zaidoon worked kind of in a corporate setting in pharma business development to a degree. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then he decided, I'm going to screw this. I'm going to start my own contract research organization, which is like they keep the pharmaceutical world going. And that's someone else's. It's fine.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, when you came in to talk to us, we were sitting there and whiteboarding your logo. I'm like, I love you, man.
Man,
But what balls?
what a great collaborative effort.
It was awesome. But like the
It was
fact that you were starting a
fantastic.
contract research organization, he did it. And we can get into that part. He not only did it, he built it. It became one of the most competitive CROs around, and then he sold it.
Yeah.
And that to me is where your story really began, because you came from hard times. Let's be honest. The
So-
cabin down by the river was the story I'll never forget. It means something.
Living
Van
off government
down-
cheese.
Yeah, like I mean, it means something. And then you built something,
Yeah.
you sold it, and now you're moving into travel vlogger. You're a Vespa hellion. You're doing these crazy ass things. You're reinventing communities. And,
Yeah.
buying properties,
Yeah.
building them into businesses, and then selling entrepreneurially to the people of the community. It's friggin' awesome. And
Thank
it's kind
you.
of what my, quite frankly, dream is.
Yeah.
Well, so
you know
there's
what?
your intro.
Your dream is never going to happen.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
no, really,
That's why I bring you on these things.
I am telling you now, this dream of mine would have never have happened if it wasn't for being in a desperate situation. Nobody gets up first thing in the morning and says, hey, you know what? I am going to just jeopardize my kids' college fund. I might really have us go bankrupt. My wife will probably leave me because I follow this broke-ass dream, and as much as she tried to help me, I stuck to it, and we're broke now. And so, no. Nobody gets up in the morning and does that, in my opinion, unless you're playing with house money. And if you're playing with house money and you're starting a business, that's a separate conversation for another time over drinks, and I could really mouth off. But in my case, it wasn't because, oh my goodness, here is this amazing entrepreneur. Isn't he ballsy? Look what he did. No, you're right. I mean, I did come from hard times, and that's what started it, was the hard time. There is an expression in Arabic, which I reference often, and I was actually at the spot where this speech was given. It's called, it was by an Arab Moor, they call them, conqueror of Spain. I'm not sure whether you knew that Spain was a part of the Islamic Arab Empire from the year 742 to 1492, interestingly enough, for a long time. And that came about from this conqueror by the name of Tariq bin Ziyad. What's the big deal with Tariq bin Ziyad? Tariq bin Ziyad took a group of modern-day Moroccans, North Africans, over the Strait of Gibraltar and crash-landed his boats on the beaches of now modern-day Spain. And he was met, now it depends on who you believe. He was either outnumbered 100 to 1 or 1,000 to 1, but most scholars would agree that he was outnumbered, Tariq bin Ziyad and his crew. And the Visigoths, who are of Germanic descent, looked at this ragtag bunch of Middle Eastern, dusty-looking, seasick Arabs, and they said, should we attack them now while we've got the upper hand, or should we? And their leader said, no, let's wait it out. Let's wait it out. Let's get them to such a point where there's no more fresh water, there's no more food. They're not going to have like a lot more people coming. There's a lot more of us than them. Let's wait it out. And let's wait for them to get demoralized, and then we'll hit them when they're feeling low. And sure enough, they were right. They were right. This lasted for months. No more fresh water, no more food. Nobody was coming. And these guys were like, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yes.
Kind of. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Well, we don't say the F word on here. We just say damn.
I'm sorry. Damn that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say it in Arabic. Kusum ad-dunya.
There you go. A little education.
Kusum ad-dunya. We're not doing this. We're going back. And now he heard that there was some rumblings going on.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he do? He burnt the boats.
That was it.
He burned the boats. And he said the following words to them. Al-bahru wara'akum wal-adu amamakum.
Translate.
Translated, the sea is behind you and the enemy's in front of you. I'm going to swear at this point.
Yeah, you should.
None of you motherfuckers are good swimmers. We're good on land, but we don't swim too well. There's only one way out. And it's that away, and there's pretty much certain death for almost all y'all here. So, what are you going to do? So when I was living down by the river in a van on government cheese, I had the sea behind me and the enemy in front of me. I didn't end up on the river eating government cheese just because I felt like it. No, I mean, I was in a desperate situation. And when desperate situations hit, which is why I say to you, your dream will never happen because it's not desperate.
Yeah, I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
When desperate situations hit, I mean, they say mothers are able to flip cars when their babies are underneath it, right? When desperate situations hit, that's when it truly is. It's in their case, a literal sink or swim. And in my case, it was a sink or swim. And I just closed my eyes and I went in there waiting with swords and whatnot, kicking and screaming and biting, coming up with crazy ideas. And the next thing you know, you've just built yourself a 700-year empire that was the birth of the European Renaissance.
Catawba?
No. Andalusia.
Just so you guys know, and I'm allowed, I mean, Catawba Research was your CRO name. So
Catawba
Research, reference Catawba.
Yeah. Catawba Research was my CRO born out of the fact that I got fired from my previous job.
Yeah.
And I had no other work. And money was running low. And no one was going to hire me. And I wasn't going to leave Charlotte and leave my family behind and go to New Jersey or go to Raleigh and not be a part of my family's life. So I mean, I had no other choice. None. Literally, al-bahru wara'akum wal-adu amamakum. The sea was behind me and the enemy was in front of me. That's how I operate. Now, that's just me. This is Zaidoon A. Al-Zubaidy. I'm sure there are a lot of self-motivated people out there who are going to get out there and I'm going to... Good for them. Good for them. But that's not my story. That's not my case. And I'm not going to take any credit for saying, well, look at you. Aren't you a smart entrepreneur? Didn't you do this all by yourself? Didn't you have a great idea? And you follow through because you followed A, B. No, I was scared shitless. I was scared shitless.
I remember.
Dude.
I know. I remember.
Got bills to pay.
I remember this.
And then got sued on top of it.
Yeah.
And
I remember all that
piled
shit.
It on. I mean, now not only is the sea behind you and the enemy in front of you and not charging you, they're charging you now.
Yeah.
Right? And so my story is not this inspirational story of look at this guy, he's so awesome. No, it's look at this guy, he was scared shitless and he did whatever it took to win by all means necessary. That's my story. And from that, I was afforded the lifestyle to now play with house money. Now I could go take up stand-up comedy. Now I could write children's books. Now I could travel the world and do, look at that, he remembers you. Now I could do all of that. But all of that has come from desperate times. And I think this is just something that's within us as creatures, as species, in that we are programmed to stay alive by any means necessary. So I just followed my natural instinct that I was given because I'm an animal, like Pufty. Thanks so much for having me. All right. Been great to meet you.
Is that your manager calling? What the hell is this?
That's my phone.
How much money do we owe you?
No, that's my phone, and I tell you why my phone is ringing like crazy because I'm expecting a call from.
Is it your mother?
It could be my dying mother.
This was a sick joke.
No, it could be. But
well, do you need to take it?
No, it's a Vespa that needs to be picked up.
We're gonna talk about this shit.
It's a Vespa that needs to be picked up to be taken to Oregon.
Let's talk about that. First off,
like a bike?
Yeah, he rides Vespas. He's the most eccentric guest we might ever have.
Holy shit.
I told you. I mean, he's
Honestly,
amazing.
I'm not.
And he's always been this way.
I'm not eccentric, and I'm not anything else. I just do what everybody wants to do, but I just do it. You know, I just do what anybody. I just do it. Now, I could also say, well, look at you. Aren't you amazing? You could just do it. No, because I've got the financial resources to do it. You know, everybody wants to do what I do. Everybody wants to do whatever it is that they want to do. This is what I want to do, and I've got the financial resources to do it. I've always wanted to do this, but I couldn't do it before because it was broke.
I remember the days where you were broke.
Broke.
I do,
as
because I knew you threw up. No, I can hold her. I instantly went to that. I knew Z through before he started Catawba, and we were just hustling. I mean, I was working for my dad. He was pimping me out to Pharma, and Z was in the mix at times, and we would the whole Gessner days, and which
Bless him. I love George Gessner.
bless him. He's an awesome
love
man.
George Gessner.
He's amazing. But I remember the days where it wasn't, hey, here's a successful entrepreneur, and I remember we would just talk about doing shit, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's now where you're at today though is, to me, it's, I don't know, it's fascinating. You've got this away we go. I call it a vlog.
Yeah.
Because it's not a podcast. It's like a travel vlog.
It's a I call it scrapbooking. I'm scrapbooking my life.
Are you doing it to gain audience, or are you doing it for yourself?
I'm doing it for it sounds so cheesy. I am doing it. Oh God!
Here comes Lane.
Throw me out now. I'm not gonna even say it. I'm doing it
for your
my
kids.
I'm doing. Oh yes. Who don't give a shit about
Get
it?
the hell out of here!
Yeah. So cheesy.
Yeah, your kids don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. Hey kids, did you see day 4 of my boat ride? It's a day 4. Where did you go? Yeah, no.
Where'd you go?
But I mean,
We miss you, Dad.
yeah, no. They'll text me, Papa, I have to go out to dinner. Could you maybe,
Yeah.
sell me some money? That's when they miss me. But no, I mean, I'd like for them to maybe one day in 20 or 30 years time, they'll go on YouTube if there is still a YouTube, or, and then they'll be looking at videos of
That's
their,
cool.
of their crazy dad doing stuff. Because that's what dad looked like. And that's what dad sounded like. How many videos do you have of Chuck doing stuff, grilling?
They're all VHS and shit.
Right?
It's
like
terrible.
Yeah, like
I
jumping
was
out.
talking to Yvonne
planes.
about this the other day because my dad's been gone since I was a young kid, and
Could you
my
imagine?
mom keeps calling me because I would say probably a year after, my grandma hired some random dude in Texas, to paint these god awful looking ugly oil paintings of my father.
Uh-huh.
And she had one done for me, one for my brother.
That's sweet.
And they're in these like really fancy wooden frames that look like they're from 74.
Lovely.
And they've been sitting in my mom's attic for 20 plus years.
Right.
And my mom's like, do you want these damn things? And I'm like, I don't want you to throw them out,
Right.
but what am I going to do
What are you
with
going to
them?
do with it?
I'm not putting them on my wall. But I'm like, I told Yvonne, I said, I want them because like the last memories I have of my father, I was probably 6 years old.
You're a kid. You're a baby,
There isn't
man.
too many pictures left of him.
No.
And so this oil painting at one day, I'll show my grandkids at some
It's
point.
all you got.
You
it's
know,
all
so
you got.
I don't want it to go away, but yeah, you're right. I get what you're saying.
Wouldn't you want to know what he sounded like and like his mannerisms and his facial expressions and like what he did, and not to understand him better or get to know him better, but at least to kind of, like, hey, that's kind of cool. My dad sat around the couch with his hands down his pants watching football all day. I don't care, but I want to see that. And so when my father passed
You want to
away,
see a grown man with their hands?
I want to see a grown man playing with his nuts.
In the worst way.
Yeah, in the worst way, getting excited watching guys playing football. That's what I want to do. But I made a point of spending time with my dad. He passed away a year and a half ago. And I made a point of spending time with my dad on the balcony and just drilling him with questions. All right, what the hell were you thinking when you did this? What was going through your mind when you did that? Well, let me tell you some background to that. Interesting. Would I have done the same thing, right? Because I've got kids. You got kids. You have kids?
Yeah.
I've got 2 stepdaughters, yeah.
You got kids, right? And our kids are always so critical of the parents, But
And then you become them.
and then you become them, and then now you're going to a therapist talking about what a shit parent your parent was. But walk a mile in your parents' shoes, right?
Absolutely. We
Walk
sound like
a-
our parents.
Walk a
Yeah.
mile in your parents' shoes, and then say, I had a shit dad. I'm not saying that applies to everybody. I'm only talking
No, you're
about
right.
myself, because I'm sure there are some abusive, horrible parents out
I
there.
hear you, man.
100%. There are monsters, and they shouldn't be allowed to have kids. I get that. 100%. But a lot of kids are bitching and moaning about some nonsense that will stay with them forever, and it's going to be, well, I remember the time when I was
We
8.
had an
you
whole
said
episode about
Finish
this.
that. Walk a mile in my parents. And so I wanted to walk half a footstep in my dad's shoes and try to kind of understand. Yeah, I thought it was a really dick thing that you did, but I kind of get it now, because I don't think I would make that same decisions because I wouldn't have the balls to do so.
Dude, I mean, we talk about this.
Honestly.
Like,
So why am I doing it? I mean, really for that? And also, I think, in my opinion, and I'll say it, and my daughters will say the same thing, my son too, they'll say that I love watching my own stuff. I watch it all the time. There is nothing good on TV except for my own stuff. And I laugh at it, and I laugh at it again, and I go back and I watch it, and never critical. It's like, oh, well, maybe that was a little bit of a too long. It should have been 3 seconds instead of 4. I didn't like the choice of music here, the sound. No, none of that. I love my own
You produce
stuff.
it from start to finish. Are you still doing it all your...
Everything on my iPhone. Everything.
It's insane.
From start to finish.
It looks great.
It's the project. I love it. I think what I do, I think everything that I do is amazing.
How many episodes do you have now?
I'm up to 155 videos.
That is insane, dude.
155
all on your
videos,
iPhone.
all on my iPhone.
That's crazy.
What about
All
the
on my
drone?
iPhone.
What about all the aerials?
Yeah, so
That's a different...
yeah, so I went and got a HoverX one. It's like a personal drone because I had 2 drones, like the ones that you'd fly over Yemen and bomb the shit out of weddings, right? Like those ones. We did it. We did it. We bombed the shit out of weddings from drones. It's not one of those drones. I have Puffy. You're all stuck. I've got one of these little drones because I had 2 drones, and one I slammed into a tree, and the other one I slammed into a wall, and they were like $600 drones. I got this little one that falls, $400, and it's got 5 buttons that you press. Bloop,
It does great
goes
work.
up and it comes down. Bloop, it goes this way, then it comes back. It's idiot-proof. It's my 3rd one because I've lost 2 already. One in the water and the other one. I think I left it behind in some hotel room somewhere in Iceland. I don't know, but still. But yeah, and everything is edited on the iPhone. All iMovie. Sound, iMovie, everything.
So you're doing these cannonball runs. What are they called? the Vespa.
The scooter cannonball.
You've got to because that's a big part of Away We Go. Your whole logo.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. What's it called?
It's insane,
Go to
Don.
Scootercannonball.com.
You got to. I mean,
the Scooter Cannonball.
You
So
went to your daddy or you wanna hang
Cannonball is the race like from that movie, like the Cannonball.
yeah,
Run,
yeah.
remember,
That's why I
with
said.
with Burt Reynolds, Don
Yeah.
DeLuise, some of the Brat Pack.
Oh, you need a microphone. You got to get it really close to it.
I got to be real close to it.
Yeah.
There you go. You like this?
Yeah.
I have to do that to it. Do I
That's
also
what
have
Jamie
to play
would-
with this little nut too while I'm doing it?
Oh Lord. Well, we just lost our 2 viewers.
Well, no. I thought he said that was going to be cut off.
Or gain 25.
Yeah.
All your Vespa buddies are now watching.
This episode is brought to you by Grindr. I like the branding. You got a muscly
Let's
guy.
take it easy.
You got a muscly guy. You've got an Arab with a white dog. And I don't know what you identify. Yeah, I don't know what you identify as. But the
The
cannonball.
guy with the
but the cannonball
Arab
is
guy next to me that's deep.
yeah.
All right, yeah. Tell us about Cannonball.
The cannonball is from the Cannonball movie, like I told you. And it's a coast-to-coast race. Well, don't call it a race because there is not a trophy at the end.
What's like top speed of these things? Because these are like nice Vespas. These aren't
Well,
what you.
These are badass.
They're
Well-
sick. He collects them.
Well, my Vespa, the one that I race with, I don't race with, I ride on, is a... so it's a scooter cannonball. So it's any scooter, not just Vespa.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you've got you've got Honda scooters, you've got Suzuki scooters, you've got Italian scooters like a Vespa. You've got different types of scooters, and the highest engine size is 300 cc, right? And so how fast does it go? I've taken my 300 cc. I mean, and this is measured on my iPhone as well, because what your speedometer says and what your real speed is completely different. Now this is downhill.
Just spit it out. You're like prefacing it.
Downhill with a giant
I've seen her go
bowling ball in the
22
front.
miles.
46 miles an hour.
Keep going. Higher.
he cruises,
This is
he
This
cruises.
is the Price is Right. Higher. Keep going.
Yeah.
Higher.
60.
Higher. Higher. Audience, what do you say?
70?
Higher.
The dude's got a death wish.
Higher.
I've
89 miles an hour.
Through like Death
On
Valley.
a scooter.
89 with 3 speeding tickets, mind you. On a scooter.
And he's out there by himself, Don. Like
Imagine
sometimes he'll-
getting pulled over on a Vespa.
I did 3 times. On this. I
you're
did
going
3
almost 90
times.
miles an
How'd
hour.
that conversation go?
They're pricks. They're pricks. I mean,
Sir, do you know how fast you were going on your Vespa?
yeah, on your scooter. Yeah, 30. I got busted twice on the last day. So coast to coast, every year they go from East Coast to West Coast to East Coast. Last 2 years ago was from San Clemente to Hilton Head.
What's it like? 7 days?
8 days.
8 days.
That ride was anywhere from 350 miles to 425 a day, all back roads. You've got to hit checkpoints along the way. And if you miss a checkpoint, any of the checkpoints in the 8 days, any of the checkpoints, and a checkpoint could be a church or a dam or a giant baseball or a big pierogi or like a Red Bull.
Yeah, like
right?
side. Yeah.
Like a point of interest. If you miss one, you get a DNF. It did not finish.
That's bullshit. I mean,
if you miss one on day 1 or if you miss one on day 8, you get a DNF. You get a did not finish. And so you better be reading your map just right, and you better be hitting these checkpoints and these bonus points all the way along without dying, without hurting yourself, getting to your each destination in one piece. And so at this point, making it in a record time doesn't really matter. You just want to get there in one piece. And most people do. There's just a small group that are really serious about it.
you told me last night there were people that have been like airlifted out of
Yeah. Like this last
insane,
one,
yeah.
we had a dude that got into an accident in Joshua Tree National Park, and they had to airlift him. He was in a coma for weeks, for God's sake.
And you're filming all of this.
I'm filming all of this. I'm either like, it's like, here we go, and Joshua National
Yeah,
Park. What's going on?
It's so dangerous. Like, and you've got your drone tracking you.
No,
for
that
certain
drone doesn't
shots.
go fast enough.
I feel like I saw.
Yeah, no. And I've also now attached. Now I'm really up in the game. I've attached a GoPro to the front of it as well.
Yeah,
Look out.
And you've got so much other stuff going on.
But
You guys ever run into a
cats.
big group of Harleys?
Yeah, bikers love bikers. This is what I realized. Whether you're riding a 300cc Vespa or a 150cc Ruckus, or whether you're riding a Harley or a BMW or a Kawasaki, when we cross each other, and I also ride a motorbike too. When we cross paths, I'm going this way, they're going that way. We are always greeting each other with the two fingers down. As a greeting. May both of your tires remain on the tarmac.
Is that what that means?
Safe travels, brother. Yeah, it don't matter if you drive it, if you're riding a scooter or if you're riding an 1800cc crotch rocket.
Yeah.
There is this community of respect. Yeah. So yeah, we joke about it, and it's mostly people that don't ride kind of belittle some different kinds of bikers and riders, but I would say, where's the camera? I would say that each and every single rider out there is fully respectful of all other riders because, dude, we're riding.
All right, let's get back to the car. Let me ask you.
I told you.
It reminds me of the. Dawn's a big part of the outdoor community, and I was asking him maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, about wanting to learn to shoot guns, archery. And I was like, I'm afraid I'm going to come to your place or something and not know. And I think it was you that said, listen, if they're real like gun people, they're just going to be happy that you want to learn.
Exactly.
And it sounds very similar.
Exactly.
I think people that really are ingrained in a community or a culture like that, they like to see that people are expressing an interest to try to become a part of it.
Absolutely. And they've
Dicks
got
are the ones that sit there and downplay.
You're riding a grandma bike. Fuck off. I want to see you ride a grandma bike from coast to coast. I want to see you sit on that bike for 8 to 10 hours. I want to see you. And this time around, last time was 3,200 miles. This time is 4,000 miles.
That's insane. You've got a very understanding wife in Stephanie.
Miles.
Like, she's amazing that she lets
She is amazing. But she also doesn't have much of a choice either because I'm doing it. I'm a grown-up. We're grown-ups. Oh, honey, can I please go on a motorbike ride with my buddies? That's the quickest way to get a dry vagina. No. No. Yeah, sure. While you're asking me, why don't you go and, I don't know, pussy? No. It's I mean, that's what you want to do. So go do it. I mean, if somebody who really loves you and they really want to support you, they're going to say, do it. You know what? And I just might meet you along the way.
Yeah. She did that.
And she did that.
That was really cool, actually.
in Oklahoma with my daughter.
I asked Sarah, I was like, would you do that?
I
She
had
said,
no idea.
Maybe. Yeah, she
I had no
posted.
idea.
That was awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you got to do it.
You've done...
Bertie the cat.
Yeah, so this is the and we're talking about a lot of stuff here, but
There's a lot
I think
to
the
get through.
key is because you're at a place, again, where it's like you pushed through to get there. But I think there's a lot of business owners or a lot of people in any point of life that feel like it's just never going to change.
Yeah.
And now you told me last night, you're like, Steve, because I was talking to you a little bit about business and some offer stuff. And you're like, I'm going to be there and shake the shit out of you for saying no to this. Or he's like, I mean, no one wants to work till they're dead.
Nobody.
They want to live the life.
They want to be able to have, for me, so this is according to my own ideas. I mean, how much did it suck when your mom or when your dad told you time to come home from the playground, right? You want to be out there. You want to be out there till it's dark. You want to still be out with your buddies. You still want to be on that slide. You still want to be riding that bike. You still want to be at the convenience store eating candy. You want to be out there having fun. Oh, I get fun from work. No, you don't. I get so much joy from working. Bullshit. Would you really be here if you had all the money in the world? The answer is no. Where would you be? I don't know. What'd you like doing? Shooting? I'd be shooting. What else do you want to do? No, seriously, what do you like to do? Well, you obviously like to work out. What else would you like to do?
That's a good question.
If you don't have to sit here
I don't know, man.
It's tricky, yeah.
with me, what would you like to do? Anything that comes to your mind but work.
Yeah.
But work.
What's the old, no one's ever laid on their deathbed and said, I wish I would have worked.
No, but it's not work if you enjoy what you're doing. Bullshit.
Bullshit is right. I mean, that's
I've always
bullshit.
called bullshit on that one too.
See, yeah, I did
I've heard that
Bullshit.
story. I've heard that line.
Or it
1,000
must be
times.
nice. You're the boss. You're the
Yeah.
owner.
You can make your own
Bullshit.
hours. You can do what
Yeah,
you want.
it's
It's well,
It's not work if you have passion for it. Yes,
bullshit.
yes, it is. Well, and the thing is, like, besides the Vespa, hell, you're basically the Hell's Angels of Vespas, and the travel vlog.
Do you guys have cool jackets?
I should have brought my jacket with me.
Fuck, I'm in.
We've got
It's
patches.
It's sick, dude.
We wear patches. I should have brought it with. Oh, you know what? I've got this.
You
Where
had
is it?
one.
I've got my little vest that I got from Vespa World Day last year in Pondicherra in Italy. Patches. We swap patches with each other, and just like total dorks, we put the patches on our jackets from different meetings that
love
we've
it,
been
man.
to. It's all a part of the culture and the community.
You
Steve, you want to go get a Vespa?
yeah, I do. He's
You
got
gotta
he's
get a
got
Vespa.
connections. I mean, he's got. How many do you have right now?
Well,
You have a handful.
I've only got 3.
It's a
I've
few.
only got 3. But honestly, if I had more garage space
You
or
would
more
do it?
garage space, I would do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go get Vespa.
I got one more stupid question, and then we can move on.
No.
There's no more.
Does
No.
anybody ever chop them up and do like crazy cool custom shit with them?
Dude, did he talk to you about me wanting to go to Vietnam?
No, he's coming in cold to this interview. I was like, he's
In
gonna be
Vietnam?
funny as hell. We don't know what we're gonna talk about.
September. I'm so glad you asked. In Vietnam, when you go to Southeast Asia, there is scooters everywhere.
Yeah,
there are more
it's- yeah,
scooters
that's how
than
they get
cars and
around.
motorbikes.
It's
Right?
common, yeah.
There is. That's how you get around. You could have 5 on them. You go grocery shopping on them. That's your primary mode of transportation. And in Vietnam, they've got this store. They got this. Actually, a few of them. They've got these places where they've taken these old Vespas. You're too young to remember Pimp My Ride. Remember that?
No,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
we're in our 40s. We're not 60s like you. But,
Thank you.
Or 70s. Sorry.
80s. And they would pimp up these Vespas. And they're glorious looking. Absolutely beautiful. They go for about $4,500, and for an extra $1,000, they'll ship it to your house.
Oh my god!
I
I thought
know.
they were like a car. Or something.
Dude, that's what I want to do. I want to go there. I want to buy one. I want to ride it around, give it back to them, ship it to my house.
Oh, that is cool, man. I
For
thought
the experience. And it's only $586 if you book today on American Airlines.
you can get there that cheap.
You
Well,
can-
it's Vietnam. I mean,
Vietnam.
Does it have a huge? I mean, I don't know anything of the tourist industry in Vietnam. but
That's cheap.
yeah, that's real cheap.
That's cheap.
Well, $6K to have.
I'm going over there and I'm
Souped
getting a
up
custom
Vespa.
Clean Eats Vespa.
Yeah, like
Come.
chopped
seriously,
out like.
you could park it out in front of headquarters. It
Come.
would be. I'm being serious from branding standpoint. No one would have seen anything like that around here.
You don't have to go to Vietnam to do that. You could do that here.
Yeah, I
But
know,
I'm going
it's
there
the
just for the experience as well.
Yeah.
To be riding around Vietnam with like 1,000 other million Vespas.
Well, let
all,
me.
like, jostling for the. You know, how cool is
No,
that?
it's-
Stopping off, getting street food, seeing ridiculous mountains. You
Yeah.
know,
That'd
being
be
the
sick.
biggest guy in town.
Yeah,
in.
seriously.
You know, like Gulliver, out of my way. I'm coming through.
I'm going. I'll take
you'd
it where I
love
can get it.
You'd love it. The food is amazing. It's super affordable. The weather is great. Ask me if I've been.
You've been.
I haven't been, but it's everything I've seen on TikTok. It looks amazing.
What
I
about
trust
Iceland?
TikTok.
You had a soccer team.
I
Where the hell was
love
your-
Iceland.
Where was? Didn't
I
you have like a
love
percentage
Iceland.
I've
of?
always wanted
No.
to go there.
Yeah.
No, I sponsored I sponsored a soccer tournament in Iceland. Then I became really good friends with the folks from there, with the fans, with the managers, with the players, with the
Pretty cool.
with everything, with the kids program. Iceland and soccer. I'm also a huge soccer fan. I mean, I grew up in England. I'm all about soccer. I love soccer. Football. Soccer, as you call it here.
Yeah.
Soccer. You have to say it like that. Ridiculous people. Aluminium. So over there, it's a European country. And if you win the league in this European country of only 330,000 people, there's more people in Rock Hill than there are Rock Hill than the entire population of Iceland. If you win that domestic league of only 12 teams, you qualify for the Champions League. Dude,
I don't
that
know what
doesn't
any of
mean
this-
anything to
yeah,
you.
I'm staring at you like a deer. in
The
headlights.
Champions League is the league
Yeah, I'm not a soccer guy.
of
Don't
the
look at me.
elite soccer teams of Europe. Teams, have you heard of
I have
Real
friends
Madrid?
that follow football.
Have you heard of Manchester United?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of Barcelona?
Yeah, I know
Real
all the
Madrid, and
names,
Bayern
yeah.
Munich, all those. They get to play.
Oh, they actually get to play.
They
in
get
that
to
level?
play with those
Oh,
guys.
see, I didn't know that was the.
With
That's a
those
big,
guys.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, that's
a huge deal. And our team this year, this season just passed, we got as far as late February, where we got to play a giant of a European club in Greece called Panathinaikos, a giant European
awesome.
team. And here is this little club from a neighborhood that went that far.
That's like a
It's
local,
like-
like UNCW getting to
Yeah.
play and the
And
big
the Super
dance.
Bowl.
Yeah. Well, the basketball was a big deal.
Yeah. So no, Iceland I love. Iceland, the people are what I like about the people is that they leave you the hell alone. You know, they're not like
nosy.
they're not nosy, they're not rude, they're just like, you're here, okay, so what? You know?
One of our employees just went up there and swore. He's like, it's amazing.
I love it.
I've always wanted to go there.
So have I.
Always been
I
intrigued
love
by
it. I love it. My wife was like, why do you always go there? What's the bitch's name? And I said, there is no bitch. It's true. What's the bitch's name? I want to go see this place.
Yeah.
I said to her, well, I mean, like, here's the thing. You have to think that they've got whale watching. Because, well, we have whale watching. I said, yeah, but you have to go to Boston for whale watching, or you have to go to Maui for whale watching, or you have to go to Quebec for whale watching. Okay. They've got glaciers. Yeah, but we have glaciers. We've got Glacier National Park. I'm like, yeah, but you're going to have to fly all the way out to Montana or something.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just.
But they've got volcanoes. Because, yeah, but we have volcanoes all the way out. You know, and so I said all of these different things, and she took me to all of these 5-hour flights, or like a 6-hour flight. Then I have to go. No, I said to her, but you have to understand all these things that I'm saying to you with this whale watching, whether it's volcanoes or whether it's geysers or whether it's a million different waterfalls. We have waterfalls. Yeah, we have. You know, they have waterfalls there too. All of that is within a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, that's
from
crazy.
Charlotte to Raleigh.
It's consolidated to that.
From Charlotte to Raleigh.
They got the black sand beaches.
They go the black sand beaches at the end of the 3rd hour, right there, with all the puffin colonies and everything. And they know how to eat
I
lamb.
mean, I've always wanted to go there.
Man, they know how to eat lamb. You do it from RDU. From RDU, it's a direct flight from Newark. It's a direct flight. It's about $450 return.
Paul said it was.
Once you get to
reasonable.
Reykjavik, now it's gonna take about 45 minutes to get to downtown Reykjavik. By taxi, it's about $125, but by bus, it's about 30.
Gee, I ain't getting on a bus.
Honestly, I've been sitting on a plane for so long. Now I'm gonna have to schlep my shit home, with everybody else, and then it drops you off at the bus station, and then you're gonna have to walk to your hotel. I mean, it's worth it. Or just rent a car. It's worth it. And they've got like parking apps that you could just download. It's worth it. But it's the most incredible experience you'll have. Absolutely.
Yeah, Sarah's been talking about
I teed off on the 23rd of June. I teed off playing golf at midnight. At midnight.
I think I've seen that online.
It's
There's
crazy.
a golf course there that they play in the middle of the night.
Well, because the sun doesn't go down
Yeah.
at midnight. I mean, at 3:00 in the morning, it's bright outside. That's in one of my Away We Go videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I follow you. I vicariously live through your adventures.
Yeah, but no,
You text me at like 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Hey,
Yeah.
the next episode's live. I was like, who the hell texts their audience?
I do.
Yeah, you do, man.
Because why not?
No, you're right.
Because
Right.
why not? You
I
know,
love
who
it.
does that? I do. Why would you? I do. You know, aren't you? No, I'm not afraid. I'm not embarrassed. I'm
No.
not shy. I'm not this. I'm not that. Just do, you know, like the logo that we were talking about, how much we like logos. Just do it.
Talk about the Birdie the Cat. I mean, you started a business or a
Birds
excuse
the
me,
cats.
kids book series.
Yeah.
This was like
Because I
your
could.
inspiration, though.
Because I could. Because, I mean, just do whatever it is that you want to do.
And it was a story that you used to tell your daughter, right?
Well, I mean, it really all started from I didn't want to go into science. I wanted to go into art school.
Yeah, you were definitely a creative, man.
Didn't want to
That's
do
probably why you
science.
hit
Never
it
found
off.
it interesting. I thought it was too hard. I didn't want to think a lot. It was everything was just. I mean, I was getting shit grades. It was
Yeah.
like I had to work really hard at it. I hated it, and but both my parents forced me into it. They're like, "You're doing this," you know.
Because they were academic, right?
They're academic.
Yeah.
They gave up a lot for us to come to England. They left their family behind.
From
They-
Iraq.
From Iraq.
Yep.
They left their family behind. They left their careers behind. They left
You want to talk about balls?
home.
You're right. Like the
They
things
just
that
did
they
it.
did. Yeah.
You know, and then we lived with that, with the family guilt. You know, I mean, every group has a way of guilting their kids into something. There's Catholic guilt. There's Jewish
Oh,
guilt.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I
And
grew
so
up Catholic,
like in my family, guilt was like we didn't leave Iraq for you to doodle. We didn't
Yeah.
leave Iraq for you to draw mice and cats. You know, we didn't leave Iraq for you to. What will they say back in Baghdad? So it's like, oh, for God's sake, yeah, all right, fair enough. I'm going to do this thing that I really hate. But then my dad said to me, when you get a proper job, you know, then you could do whatever the hell that you want to do.
Your foundation. We had a whole
Yep.
episode on it.
You
In the
know?
gig economy from creatives.
What's
That's
that?
We had an episode about building a foundation so you can afford to do the passion, which creative was clearly where your heart's
Yeah.
at.
And studied pharmacology, did neuroscience, graduated. I was like, well, I guess this is a time for me to do something that I've always wanted to do. And Bertie the cat actually wasn't my idea at all. It was my niece's idea. And,
That's what it was.
And Zara, if you're listening to this, where's the camera right there?
It was your niece.
Yeah, Zara, if you're listening to this, this is your idea, and you're getting all the credit. And Bertie the cat was a cat that her grandma and her granddad had in England. And there's a picture of Bertie as well. And I used to go there and I used to doodle for them because they loved it when Amadoun used to come and doodle. Amu is uncle in Arabic, and they couldn't say Zaidoon, so it was Doon. Amadoun, could you draw us
I'm
a...
gonna start calling you Amadoun.
Yeah.
That's just a cool name.
Amadoun, could you draw us an elephant? I'd draw an elephant. Well, mind you, my dad, we used to do the same thing like with my dad. It's like, Dad, could you draw us a horse because he was a vet?
Yeah.
And everything he drew, Dad, I'm saying this for you and I love you. Everything he drew, this is going to get edited. Everything
No,
he
it's not. We don't edit.
Everything
you know that right now.
he drew had a gigantic penis to it. And I thought, everything. It doesn't matter. Dad, could you draw us a bird? It's a bird, giant cock. And it's like, Dad, can you draw us a hedgehog? Giant penis with a hedgehog on the end of it. And she's like, could you draw us a cat? And I thought, nah, this is where I'm going to.
You're gonna change the legacy.
Yeah, I'm going to change a legacy. So I drew a cat and I said to her, Zara, what's the cat's name? And she said, it's Bertie. She had like an English accent at the time. It's Bertie, Amadoun. I said, oh yeah, really? Why is a cat called Bertie? Oh, that's my grandma and my granddad's cat's name, Bertie. And what does Bertie do for a living? He works in a cheese shop. I thought, how bizarre. Cheese shop, silly kid. What's a cat doing in a cheese shop? And she looked at me like I was the idiot.
Yeah.
He stops the mice from stealing cheese. I thought, oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
What else does Bertie do? And so she came up with this elaborate story, and then I kind of just continued it on, and I worked with her on it. And Bertie the cat is this cat that works in a cheese shop. He comes from a long line of cheese shops, from cheese shop cats that stops mice, and long line of illustrious cats.
Illustrious.
A lot. They've got like newspaper clippings on the cheese shop wall.
I've seen, yeah.
They've got like
Because you illustrate all of it too.
all of it. Yeah, they've got pictures of these amazing old cats that have been with this cheese shop for the longest time. Now it's Bertie's turn. Now my dad and my mom and their brothers and sisters. I come from a long line of academics.
Yes.
Dentists, doctors, school teachers, bank managers. I mean, like really good, strong jobs. And I want to doodle. You know, Bertie didn't want to be at a cheese shop, a cheese shop security guard. He wanted to do something else. He wanted to be friends with the cats, with the mice. He wanted to have a rock and roll band called Bertie and the Three Blind Mice. You know, he had all these, he had all these other things that he wanted to do, but he just couldn't because he comes from a long line of these famous cat security guards. But the mice have taken over the shop now. I mean, this place is just a complete ravaged by mice. It's just a disaster zone. And his boss is like, dude, you have to do something here. Oh, no, I can't do it. I'm too fat. I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too something to stop you from doing something, right? I'm not handsome enough to ask her out. She'll say no. I'm not good on the trumpet, so I'll never go to try out for band. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not fast enough, so I'm not gonna bother to try out for the track team, right? Like we've always got some bullshit that we put in our own way to stop us from doing something. And this Bertie the cat is like, well, I'm too slow and too fat, I'm too old. And when he was given the sea is behind you and the enemy is in front of you, when he said, well, you're gonna get your ass fired because I'm gonna get another cat.
Get your ass. I love it, man. I love
That's in Bertie the Cat
you know,
1.
Well, the reason I'm not laughing because it's silly. I'm laughing because we had a guest, Aniston, who we talked from a behavioral science level of these objections that we put in our minds.
We
And
put
so
them in
it's
our
just weird
minds.
how our episodes, and then Kevin talking about it. In a lot of ways, it's harder to be an author of children's books, and just the fact that you're pulling in multiple episodes. So keep going.
Just do it, you know. And so then he was afraid. And again, that seems to be my personal motivation, is that unless I'm pushed to the brink where the sea is behind me and the enemy is in front of me, I'm very comfortable. And I think most people are quite comfortable, right? And so Bertie the cat was pushed to that, and he said, well, let's just give it a try. And these mice were walking by him, and he just grabbed one, and he thought, oh.
To eat it?
No. Okay, this isn't really that bad, you know. And then he kind of got up his fat Bertie butt, and he caught 2 or 3 mice too. And he's like, oh my goodness, I think I could do this. And all of a sudden, now you'll see in the illustrations, he morphs into more of a tiger kind of figure, right? And now he's got the eye of the tiger, right? So like now he's got like this drive, and sometimes the little wins that you get in business or in life or in your relationships, or it's the little wins.
Yep.
We're all going for the home runs, you know. We're all going for the gigantic. No, again, throw me out of here because it's so cheesy. It's get the singles, right?
Yeah.
Get the singles.
Small ball
You got
leads
4
the
downs
wins.
to get 4. You got 4 downs to get a first down. Pick up a run for 3 yards. Try again. You might get stuffed. Try throwing it again. You might pick up 2.
Yeah.
Then it's all down to the last one. You might pick up 3, and it's first down. Get the little wins to get you where you need to go. Everybody's like, well, I'm just going to be a millionaire right away. No,
you're not.
get the little wins. And that's what and so what we learned from Bertie the Cat 1 is that anything is possible. Anything is possible. All you have to do is try.
So and not to interrupt, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep us, there's just.
Oh, we're going to be here for hours.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trust me.
You have to be somewhere. I don't
I don't have to be anywhere. I'm retired.
Well, you can stay at studio and keep talking.
I've
to
got
you.
a
I'll set
Vespa
the
to pick
camera.
up, actually.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. I remember, again, you coming to me and the team, your team, our team at the time, and saying, I need help just put these illustrations digital. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? And I was a friend of yours.
Yeah.
And you in writing that book, you took the step of screw it, I'm just gonna do it.
Just do
and
it.
Now you've got a handful of them, and you've done readings, and it's
all
you
over.
can buy it. Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean, I got to live out some of my dreams. I got to read. I got to read Bertie the Cat and sell Bertie the Cat in Barnes and Nobles. In other bookshops around North Carolina, California.
Yeah, I mean, I remember following.
Love
Like,
it.
he's doing it, man. Like, and
Just
it's not even his main gig. He's just
do
yeah.
it.
Last thing, because this is important. If you don't, I know we're going
Okay,
a little
what is
over.
it?
What you and Stephanie
Yeah.
were able to do
Hamlet.
in small town North Carolina,
Love
buying
Hamlet.
a bar,
Yeah.
Axe to Grind, which is a really cool place.
Yeah.
That to me is I just can't let it go. It inspires
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
I would say of all the legacies, that to me is the top one. Whether it's Catawba Research, which became a global company.
Yeah, it's mad. I mean,
Whether it's Bertie the Cat, whether it's that to me is the crown and glory. She didn't buy a bar. What she did was she bought several old buildings in a town between Wilmington and Charlotte, called Hamlet, North Carolina, and I could go into talking about the history of Hamlet to bore you.
no, I
shitless,
would
but-
recommend if you're in the
but,
market,
we're running
go
out of
check it
time.
out. Yeah.
Her vision was to take some of these old buildings, revitalize these buildings, and drive commerce into these now deprived areas. Now, riding my scooter from coast to coast, all the way from California to South Carolina, I got to see a million hamlets. I got to see a million hamlets in Oklahoma, where one day they were something, but now it's just Hamlet is not ruins, but we've got towns all over this country, all over the state that used to be something when there was mills here, or when
Textiles.
or when there was an industry, when there was, say, for example, tobacco, but tobacco left and textiles went to Vietnam along with the Vespas. And so now and people started to move out and things change. She saw that there is the potential for people wanting to live in such areas now that we could work remotely. And that people would want to walk to their local restaurant, or walk to the local coffee shop, or walk to their local bar, and to create this sense of community. And so she bought some old buildings and started to renovate them. And one of them was, it used to be a barber in the front and an axe throwing in the back. And she called it Axe to Grind. And so she took the barber place apart, kept the axe throwing, and turned the front into a fancy coffee shop. Nobody was throwing axes, and frankly, nobody in Hamlet was coming to drink fancy coffee, and it was driving her crazy. Yeah, and so she closed it down a couple of times. She was like, I don't know what's going on here. We need to do something. But one day we were at the beach at Good Hops, the brewery, and they had trivia night.
I love that place.
It's
a cool little beach.
They had trivia night, and it was fun. And at the end of it, she said, I think you could do trivia. And I said to her, I don't know anything about trivia, because you know all this useless bullshit. Come on. I think you could do trivia. Why don't you just one night do an event? We'll post it on Facebook and see who shows up. The front of the place was packed.
Yeah, it was. I've
Trivia
seen
night was packed.
what you guys have built.
I want to share something with you. And I said to them, and I'm doing like my microphone thing. I'm doing my stand-up thing, and I'm being a complete ass, and I'm drunk, and I'm laughing with everybody else, and this great vibe, and I'm talking to guys. And I'm like, it's so good to see you here. How come you're not here how come you're not here in other times? So, well, because there's nothing to do. I said, interesting. What do you want to do? Well, it'd be nice to have karaoke. Oh, yeah? What else would you like to do? It'd be great to have live music. What else would you like to do? It'd be great to have some craft beer, because we got to drive 40 minutes to Southern Pines to get craft beer. And half the time we're getting DUIs, and there's nothing decent to drink around here except the bar Hail Marys across the other side, and all the serving is just like regular beer. We want craft beer. What else do you want? 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 A gigantic list. Listen to your customers. What else do you want? I'm not going to sell you something that I think that you're going to want. I'm going to sell you something that I know that you want, because you told me that's what you want. All right.
That's good feedback.
So here's what we're doing. We're going to knock down the axe throwing in the back. We're going to put a stage there. We're going to put lights. We're going to have this incredible sound system. We're going to have a bar, and we're going to sell pizza, and we're going to sell wings. And we're going to still have some of your fancy sandwiches, so please don't get mad. We're still going to do that. But those pizzas were flying off the shelf. And dude, it was nuts.
I see it on, you guys have pretty good social too. They're doing a podcast up there now.
It was nuts. Yeah, raising a podcast.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And so we gave back to the community, and the community supported it. And I said to them, this isn't my business or her business. this is your business.
And you guys did that with a few. I mean, she was involved in the political scene up there.
Oh, yeah.
She got good coverage for that town.
Absolutely. And so having to give back to this community and seeing the community actually support it. It wasn't just they said that they want something and then it's us to serve them. They served themselves, so much so where we had one of our team members, and by that point, I'm riding Vespas around Spain and doing shit like that. I don't have that kind of time, and she's and her too. And one of our team members was like, honestly, I think I could take this over and run it, and I think I could own it.
That's Pufty.
And I said, and so she said, all right, well, Ray, it's yours. He said, I don't have any money to put down. And we said, you don't have to. Just pay us every single month.
You had a house there, right?
Yeah. We had a house there because we were leaving at 3:00 in the morning. And we now started to have live music. And because we sold Catawba and we had some money, and so we flew guys in from Utah. We flew entertainers in from all over the place.
You had comedy groups coming.
We had comedy groups coming through there, live music coming through there, branding, and so you have to have branding. So not only did we brand the business, but we branded the events. Like you got to give them names. Like you got to give them personalities. So it's Trivia Tuesday, Open Mic Wednesday, Music Bingo Thursday, live music Friday, karaoke Saturday. And that's what they were called. Like the day wasn't called Tuesday; it was called Trivia Tuesday.
Yeah,
And
it was such, they're.
And it was supported, and it still is being supported incredibly well. And I'm so proud of that.
It is really cool. I mean, I will say, and we'll quickly close on this. We went all over the place. We knew we were going to, but there's something it all packages up in that you've left your kind of your fingerprints on so many different things after getting forced.
That's the only way for me.
Yeah, and I think I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for Dawn. But from a business person standpoint, I ended up in business because I had an opportunity through my family, but I stayed in business because I was unemployable and really had no other choices like at one point. And it's not your story, but there's similarities, and you just wake up because that's all you know to do.
Yeah.
And then it leads to this, but it doesn't mean it's going to lead to success. It doesn't mean it's going to lead to failure. It just leads to this. And if that ends in success, awesome. But to sit there, we talked to a lot. You've talked to a lot of business owners. I know because I was, myself included, picking your brain on if you're packaging up your business. It doesn't mean you're going to all hit.
No, I mean
the multiplier of this because you think you worked hard.
When you're treading water, just hoping not to drown, and with your eye on the shore thinking, I think it's over there. I'm going to be going in that direction. I hope I don't get bit by a shark, or I hope I don't, right? You're just treading, you're in the battle of it,
This is what Zach was talking about with his family business.
You don't know. You're just hoping not to drown. You're hoping not to die, So I am in no way, shape, or form an inspirational go-getter. No, I mean, I am just like anybody else who shat their pants and said, oh crap, there's no way out of this other than having to tread water, because if I don't, I'm going to sink and everything is going to sink with me. I'm not, I mean, really, I was just like anyone else who is with their backs to the wall. It's either fight or flight. And in my case, I didn't have a choice to flight. It was just had to fight. And I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea at all whatsoever. But in saying that, I will say that I had an extremely supportive and extremely amazing partner in my wife, Stephanie, and that she handled the finances and the legal, and I handled the technical and the sales. By the way, I want to correct you. I was not involved in business development in the pharma industry at all. I was always technical.
I don't know why I always put because you knew how to articulate the technical.
I mean, it's all about having to get the message across.
Yeah, I just remember the days of coming up to Catawba and hearing you articulate the technicals so they could say could be the CRO that we use.
Yeah.
So I always just in my head, you're right. I sweepingly say business development.
Yeah,
but you
no,
just
never.
knew your shit.
Never.
when it came
All
to
the
technicals.
pharmaceutical companies I worked for, not a single one was I ever in business development or marketing at all whatsoever.
That's
But
crazy.
but now you're at this business, and I can't afford a sales guy, so I'm gonna have to be the salesperson.
Yeah.
Right. I can't afford marketing until I finally could afford marketing. But when we worked together,
You
I
still
was
were
I was still involved. I mean,
you were the closer, man.
we worked on some really, really exciting programs that none of my competitors were doing.
None of them. I mean,
None of them.
This guy, yeah.
I mean,
The podcast, all the stuff.
podcasts.
Everything.
We racked up a bunch of podcasts, little videos because they want to know you.
Yeah.
You know, they want to know, what are you about? Are you funny? Are you tall? Are you short? Are you fat? Are you hairy? Are you polka dot? Like what is your personality? Like what is your soul?
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is through audiovisual. And thanks to you, we hit it out the park, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks to you.
Well, we appreciate
Honestly.
Don.
Yeah, no, this
You're the
guy,
man. Thanks for the plug, man.
Along with the logos, I mean,
Yeah,
for
thank
3A,
you.
we sat down.
That's exciting.
And we came up with a logo that still lasted. And like with Catawba Research logos, I mean, they just were on the mark each and every single time.
Thanks, man.
Bonsai.
That's
On
all
the
right.
mark.
All right, stop.
Am I done?
Oh, yeah, you're done. I'll give
Am
you
I
your money.
done?
Listen, guys,
What did I say?
this is a long one. I want to say one thing, and Don, if you have any questions,
It's worth it.
If you are seeing this episode and like it, I would also, and you haven't seen it yet, I go back and watch Zach's. I feel a lot of what you talked about, Don's friend and a good acquaintance to me now because I've hung out with him for. What you just touched on now goes really deep into what Zach was discussing about his family's business in the current moment, and it is kind of a level that we, at some point, you're probably inevitably going to be in if you own a business. So
What's that point?
the point of fight or flight, and it's not perfect, but it's good enough to get to the next day, and trying to pivot in real time without overthinking the pivot.
Don't overthink it.
Okay, so that but it
No, you're
triggered.
spot on.
Yeah,
Don't overthink it. Angelo Secchi, who lives in Wilmington, actually, he was a principal investigator. He was the medical monitor and the MD for one of the companies that we worked with. It's an old saying. I must have heard it before, but I don't know why it stuck with me. He said to me, I'm not going to do Angelo's accent. He's Italian. He said, the enemy of good is perfection.
Yeah.
Or like perfection is the enemy of good.
it's
And
true.
honestly, all you got to do is just be 80%. You don't have to be 100. That's all you got to do. Actually, all you got to do is show up.
These days.
Showing up is the 80% because everybody else has the same idea as you, but they just don't show up. Just by you showing up,
Yeah, you're already halfway there, man.
dude. Even at not luster quality, just you showing up and doing something. From there, then all you're doing is growing and learning. Yeah, and then
stuff,
coming on your
man.
podcast and talking
Thanks, bro.
nonsense. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Thank
That
you
was
so
awesome.
much for having me on. All of that in one breath. I'm going to go see what's going on with my Vespa. I hope you get out
Yeah,
to
buddy.
Oregon. This
You're
time
gonna
it's...
follow this man. It's a fun watch, and actually you'll see parts of the country and world that you might not have time
Away
to get
we
to
go.
right
It's
now.
on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, give a shout
Type
out.
out Away We Go. Type out my name. It's going to be somewhere in one of the things here that they're going to put on the screen. Type out my name and type out Away We Go. And it's 155 poorly made videos on my iPhone where the quality is sketchy. But I think I was telling my daughter, I was telling her that I think that it's in a genre of its own.
It feels different. I mean, you're different,
And the
that's
genre
beautiful.
and the genre is called crap. So
If you like his style of humor, you will enjoy these because this is pretty much
the crap videos.
the boat trip. I mean, we don't have time for me to, but like it made me smile so
Why
much.
do we not have time? It's a
4.
podcast. We got all the time in the world, unless you got some other boring guy coming over here to talk to. Because I bet you anything, he ain't going to be half as interesting as I am at all.
And I love you because you're humble. That's always. I mean,
Another
that'll
thing
be
that
another
pisses
episode. Is
me
lessons
off.
in humility.
No. Listen to me. Don't listen to him. Don't be humble. I'm serious. Don't be humble. Love on yourself. Celebrate yourself. As Bashar would say, take your excitement to the most highest level. Don't be humble. Enjoy it. And if you're awesome, then just own it. You're awesome. I'm awesome. He doesn't think he's awesome. I think he's
Hell outta
awesome.
here, would you?
I'm awesome.
I think I'm awesome. Okay, everyone.
Good.
We're
Then
all awesome.
live
We're all
it.
gonna hug
Then
it out
don't use
later.
the word humble. Don't.
Okay.
It's. I just got triggered.
Boy, that was humbling.
I'm out of here.
All right.
All right, guys.
Tables. I'm gone.
You're good, bro.
Till next time.
Picture. Thank God.